Working to determine if a homeowner will be charged after shooting two juveniles accused of stealing packages off of his porch.
The shooting happened in southwest Atlanta around 3:30, just down the street from Mays High School on Celeste Lane at the Villages of Cascade Townhome community.
11 Alive's Cody Alcorn live outside of APD headquarters where this homeowner is still being questioned. Cody.
That's right, Ron and Jennifer. Of course, his interview will be crucial.
Listen, people are tired of your YNs running around stealing, doing reckless shit. People are tired of it. That's why this dude opens up shop. And I'm not going to say that he's right for doing that, because somebody stealing your package doesn't warrant you shooting them or shooting at them. God, unless you got a package of gold, which most of the time that shit is covered and is insured, or silver or something precious, it can be replaced. But to take YNs out because they stole from you, I am a believer that they do need to be court and they need to be handled. I mean, but the parents need to be dealt with also. Mostly, like, how is it your kid is rolling up in people's houses and stealing packages right in front of their house? And I've seen it multiple times on TikTok. And it's the holiday season. And they ain't got money. They ain't got money. People, some of these people, their money's a low, yo. And you going to turn around and your YN going to be stealing stuff. And you don't come around and tell them. Got the Amazon guy about to walk up my lawn. Boy, I tell you. And I had the little lawn sign, don't walk on the lawn, and the leaves are out, so but your YN's doing that, man. They need to be working for Amazon. Oh. And it's insane, man. It's insane.
Along with evidence found at that scene to determine if any charges we filed in this case. Now, this was the scene at that townhome community this afternoon. Police say they found a 15-year-old shot in the foot. The second victim shot and critically injured, as you mentioned, but we just learned just in the last hour that young man has pulled through surgery and is expected to survive. The chief made it very clear there was no home invasion here. He says right now it appears the two juveniles were stealing packages when they were shot. Now, one thing I noticed and questioned the chief on this afternoon is why so many officers continue to show up hours after the shooting in the 6 o'clock hour.
It's a continuation of the investigation. Once we determine where it occurred, we're executing a search warrant, and that search warrant is allowing us to gather evidence to give us clarity. The Atlanta Police Department takes gun violence very seriously. It's been the charge of Mayor Dickens to address gun violence.
Yeah, they really take that thing serious, man. I took my Land Rover into Land Rover Buckhead. Yeah, I'm putting them out there. They treated me good after the fact. They replaced it. But somebody, I mean, just to get an oil change, man, they freaking steal my pistol out the car. Steal my pistol, and my pistol's going, and they can't find it on camera. And I get a call a couple months later, and Land Rover did right by me. I can't blast them totally, man. Honestly, I'm living in Atlanta, good place. If you in the Army, yeah, it's a good place in the Army. No lie. I started training when I was drilling. When I was in the military, I was in Atlanta, and 9/11 hit, and I was on base. Is a place that a lot of people don't know about in Atlanta. That's a military facility out here. And I saw 9/11. I'll never forget that at that station. Bro, we thought it was a video game. But I take my gun in to Land Rover Buckhead, man. I take my gun in. I take my Land Rover. Bro, they steal my shit. They steal it. Land Rover covers it by paying me the cost of the gun. But I think it's like 6 months later, I get a call from Atlanta Public Schools, that my freaking gun was discovered in some middle schooler's bag going into the school. I'm like, shit. How does that make me feel? Dude, that makes me feel, dude, I got kids. I got a middle schooler. high schooler. All my stuff is under lock and key. All my kids know. They had access that day because I freaking took it in and I didn't lock that glove compartment. So if you're somebody and you carry, you need to know that. Normally I take it out and I got it on my person when I get out the car all the time. And I don't know, this day and they've had it for the last year and a half, 2 years. And I got a call and they said, so they take that thing serious because they've had it. And then they called me and told me, hey, we found it. We got to hold it. It's an open case. I'm like, damn, how long is this case going to stay open? That Glock is a double stack. I like that freaking Glock. But I got a better one since then. Me and wifey roll with matching. And we train and we teach and we're responsible owners, and I'm responsible. My kids know. Some people they don't like it. That's your problem. You know, I don't care. I don't care do what you do. I take my risk to what I do. You do what you do. I prefer my kids to know about it and opposed to be somebody that's scared, bro. But they take it serious. They do. They take it serious.
City. That's why you see a robust response. But anytime a child is injured in our city, we really take that seriously. We want to make sure we know what's happening as individuals being held accountable.
This case, no doubt, will gain a lot of attention. It already has online. Many will debate if this homeowner had the right to shoot these two juveniles. Now, earlier this evening, I spoke to a criminal defense attorney from right here in Atlanta. He's been practicing law in Georgia for more than 20 years. Ron and Jennifer, he says this boils down to those few seconds when this homeowner decided to grab his gun and then open fire.
Were these two young men on the doorstep acting in a violent or threatening manner, or were they running away? What juncture did the homeowner decide to discharge their personal weapon using deadly force, and were they justified? That's going to depend on the facts at that exact moment. Was he realistically and reasonably under an apparent threat?
You have to, and I wasn't even planning on going in this direction. You can't buy a gun and not have some type of training. And when you have training once, you got to have training multiple times, man. You got to train. You got to know and be conscious of the fact. Hold on, this is one of my business partners. Hey, bro, I'm live streaming. You good? No. We good. Okay, hit me up when you get done. Yeah, man. Shout out to Live Free Give Hope. Man, 12-month freerent.com. Hey guys, like, subscribe, follow for more content. But check this out. I mean, you gotta train. You have to train. You have to take a class, not just introductory to firearms training. Take another class, bro. Take an intermediate class. Buy some blanks off of a blank training system where you can't go to the training range. Pay $29.50. It's worth the investment so you can practice cycling rounds through the chamber with your weapon. And you can also learn you don't shoot people because they steal your packages. Is no package worth a life. Even if they committing a crime, unless somebody's in my house or somebody's breaking into my house, I ain't gonna lay you down. Even in the streets. I've had people do some wild, crazy stuff. I had a business partner steal a bunch of money. I'm walking down the street from me. I'm walking down the street in some place called Woodstock. And I'm walking with my wife, minding our business. We just went to get lunch. And Nat come walking down the street with 2 or 3 of his people. They don't know he a scam artist. But yo. And he's like, yeah, you say you're going to do all of this to me? Now, what would you do? This joker run up to you, hands all flapping and all that. Like, okay. He was coming at me. But I didn't even do that. I didn't even use my knife. And I was probably in just cause because he knuckled up ready to box. And of course I knuckled up ready to box. But of course, I took my weapon out and I gave it to my wife. And I didn't take my knife out. Who never knows? Because the level of escalation, for me to escalate it to that level against even a knucklehead of that caliber would make me look bad also. Joker's gonna be like, yo, you have no self-control. Would make me look really bad. Yeah, it makes you look like you don't have any self-control. You can't knuckle, you can't box. That's what's up with these young cats too nowadays, man. Y'all can't, they don't really box. And then the old heads, oh yeah, dude, you don't realize this fight thing go happen. It don't matter if you 50, it don't matter if you 35, it don't matter if you 60. You figure it would change, but it happened. I guess he's a knucklehead. But why would I escalate it to that level? Why would I do that? So I got smoke for the homeowner too. It ain't worth it. And some of y'all need to keep your YNs under control. Y'all really do. Whether they waterboying down in Midtown, or whether they over, running up and snatching up packages. Man, we're going to show all these packages that get snatched up. Because there's a bunch of them. People don't like that. People working hard for their money right now. Every dollar go as far as they go. So I get the frustration. But, bro, I mean, was he trying to kick down the door? If they were trying to kick the door in, then I'm like, okay. I'm anticipating violence. Ain't kicking down my door. And if I got him on a ring, I got you in video, I got your face. We got cameras, we see you. They clocking you. I'm like, that's way too much. And you're gonna ruin your life over exaggerated, over just because you can't control your emotions right there. Because you upset, because you mad. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Murder 2. That's what they get you. Then you get that felony and you try and figure out, oh, the man don't like me. Nah, you didn't take time to study, sir. Didn't get time to learn something. And I'm not saying I know everything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not, because after it even happened with that knucklehead, and just before we even got into it, the cops rolled up. This is my wifey. Hold on. Hey, I'm streaming. You good? I'm gonna call you back. All right. I'm fine. If I would have put her on speaker, she would have loaded off on me on probably her last deal. Like, they still have it, did you know? Where's I at? But yeah, man. Because even when that happened, the cops still turned around, and afterwards, they came. Of course, I ain't about to get arrested, man. I'm trying to freaking go eat dinner. Eat lunch. That's what I came for, and I'm got my white jeans on. Got the Gucci's. Yo. And he said, hey, man, do you have a weapon on you? I said, yeah, I got my weapon. He said, okay. I got a concealed carry permit. Okay, yeah, but, in Georgia, you know. And my wife videotaped it. Now, I could have been an ass and been like, hey, I told him, he came up to me. Let's go put this out here and put his face out here and do all this stuff. My wife videotaped all of that, blah, blah, blah. But, bro, it's his emotions. I'm going to beat you another way. It ain't going to be like that. Trust me. Whoa. Bro, man, come on, man. Come on. Come on. Just making it bad. Just bad situation. Bad situation. Bad situation. So,